Hello everyone, welcome joining us for the 5th round of SMP F4 North European Zone Championship. We are at the Auto 24 ring in southern Estonia, Pärnu. Today we are starting with the qualifying, which is just about to start. My name is Mikki Bäckström. I'm in the commentating box with my friend Oskari Kurkisuonio. Hi
Hello,
Oskari.
hello.
So, as you can see on the video, we have quite tricky conditions here in Pärnu. We've been here testing here already for 2 days, and it's been sunny and warm every single day, and today it started to be like this.
Yeah, the whole day has been wet, and the driver has been pushing the limits, went out a couple of times, but every guy is on the line for qualifying, and let's see who's going to be the fastest.
Yeah, we have quite a many red flags during our first and second free practice today. Oskari, who do you think are going to be strong in the qualifying?
There was few guys outstanding the others. There were Niko Kari was quite fast in the first practice, and then Vladimir Atoev made the best time in the second free practice, so I don't know.
So here you can see our circuit. The circuit is not too long. It's 3,100 meters long. Not too tricky track. I think what do you think, Oskari? Isn't the first sector most challenging?
Yeah, the turns 2, 3 and 4 are really challenging. The point is to keep your minimum speed really high through the corners and to get good exit for the back straight.
Yeah, and especially in these wet conditions when you're supposed to stay out of the rubber line, it's because since the track is quite narrow, it's quite hard to go through the corners without sliding around.
Yeah, actually the track is also quite fast. There is not so many heavy brakings.
We only have one hairpin, which is basically our first corner. If you can call it a hairpin, you go down to second gear, even if it's dry or wet. Here you can see our guys waiting for the qualifying, ready for it.
Keeping the rain and having rain tires on them.
Yes, so our qualifying today is 30 minutes long. All the guys are going to go out just once, and then when they return to the pits, it's the end of their qualifying. Here is Ivan Matveev, being very strong today in wet conditions. Like surprisingly quick. You can expect to see a lot from him. So Oskari, can you tell us something like what should the driver concentrate on in qualifying now when they are in the cars?
Now they are thinking about the notes we gave them as driver coaches. They are thinking where to improve, in which corner they could go a little bit faster, brake later, accelerate earlier. All the notes we gave them, they are thinking where to improve to get the best lap time compared to the other guys.
Yeah, to kind of make their own space on the track in the qualifying so that they get as many laps as possible in clear visibility and not behind anyone.
Especially in the rain. Basically can't see anything.
There's quite a lot of spray.
Yeah.
And I think it seems like this track is not drying up too fast. Some of the other tracks.
Yeah.
They say the tarmac here is different, that it kind of sucks the water inside of it. So it really dries up slowly.
Yeah, and now it's even raining a little bit more, so. Yeah, I think the whole qualifying is going to be on wet.
Right.
Flying there, so basically if it doesn't rain anymore, the track gets a little bit more drier, and the last guy on the track has the best condition. So
it's going to be better lap by lap.
Yeah.
As soon as the rain stops.
Now you can see
here we are with Vladimir Atoev, who was far quickest in the second free practice. He did quite an outstanding job, in my opinion. He managed to be 4 tenths quicker than anybody. Saarinen, just about to go for his qualifying. He's at the moment third in the championship standings. It's absolutely important qualifying for him.
Yeah. Last race in Alastaro, he had technical problems in the qualifying, so he couldn't make any laps. So basically, for every 3 races, he had to start from the last position.
Yeah, poor guy.
Let's hope him.
All right,
better
now
this
it
time.
sounds like the car started moving, so just a few seconds and we are back in action. Now here you can see a little view of our Estonian countryside as well. We are in Pärnu, which is the famous summer town of Estonia. This is the pit exit. The pit road is very, very long. It takes some time for the drivers to get on the track.
Yeah, so for the race, don't take a drive-through penalty for the pit lane because it's going to take a really long time.
No, you shouldn't. We are on board with Ivan Matveev. He's one of our most experienced drivers, as he did the Italian F4 Championship last year. Here Alexei Kornev, he's been winning races this year. Was very quick in the dry conditions, basically the quickest guy in every test session we had on Wednesday and Thursday.
But he has been doing also good job today, even if it's wet. He's still managing to do good stuff. So for him, no big difference if it's wet or dry.
And according to the free practices, we can expect extremely tight top 6, top 7 in the qualifying.
Yeah, so it's almost like who's going to be the last man on the track. He can make the pole time for sure.
Okay, so in the beginning, when they go out on the track, all the drivers are taking a couple of laps to warm up their wet tires. Many people would think that the tires are not warming up when it's wet because the water basically cools them down, but it's very, very important in the first 2 laps to heat up the tires with the brakes, so you get the heat up in the tire from the inside. And after that you can start pushing so the tire doesn't wear off so quickly. Yeah, what a beautiful rainbow we have here. Actually, it seems like there's 2 of them.
Tricky conditions, sunshine and water.
Yeah, we don't know what to expect. But that's for sure that it's not going to dry up in the qualifying, but it might get a lot better towards the end.
He was
not too bad.
Yeah, he was improving quite a lot from the free practice too. In there, he didn't have the speed, but he managed to improve a lot, and then he ended up in P3, second free practice.
Yeah, and what we saw in the data, he had a couple of huge mistakes on his fastest lap, so he could have been much better. So
yeah,
if he's able to get his lap together in this session, we never know what's going to happen.
There's potential for sure. Now we are starting to get some lap times, but we are still 5 seconds off the pace in free practice 2.
Okay, yeah, we still have to wait for a couple of laps. And it's raining at the same time. And you can see the amount of spray these small single-seaters are able to get up in the air. It's not as F1, but still quite a lot.
And it's not easy to drive behind someone else because of the spray.
You basically can't see anything.
Yeah. So the important part for the driver is to manage to get a good gap on the track and make a clear lap.
Here you can see how the drivers are like coming a bit off the braking line on the braking zone, so they have better grip for their tires and are able to brake later.
Yeah, the most slippery part of the track is where the rubber is. So basically, where you're driving on dry conditions, it's not the best line for wet conditions because of the rubber.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, the water stays on the rubber; it doesn't go away.
Yeah, so basically, these guys have to find totally different lines for their in the wet conditions.
And as you can see, it's slippery
in the rear. So especially in these slippery conditions, it's very easy to catch some wheel spin. They have to be very smart. We are on board with Niko Kari, our current championship leader. Just about to start his first quickest lap. Not the optimal position for him in a qualifying. I think he's behind. Seems like Dennis Mavlanov continues so that we don't have to put the red flags out. No, he's stuck. What an absolute big mistake from him to have such much throttle on. Here we can see what happened. Alright, so it's the third corner of the track. He's going on power and just losing the rear.
Yeah, massive oversteer.
What did he do in the restart? Why did... on pole at the moment.
Yeah, Alexei Kornev at the second, but lap times are going to improve like 3 seconds.
Yeah, big time. Let's hope they get that car out of the track as soon as possible, so we can restart. It actually needs just a little push to get it off the grass, and then he can start and drive to the pits by himself. We saw Estignev spinning and going out the track quite a lot actually in the free practices, didn't we?
Yeah, he went out a few times. Didn't do any harm for the car, but he went out a couple of times. But the track is not the easiest one to overtake, so the importance of qualifying is quite big here. So everybody is pushing really hard to get good positions.
It's very high
for the grid.
So the standings at the moment: Niko Kari, Alexei Kornev, 1.5 tenths behind Niko Kari. Then we have Ivan Matveev, Vladimir Atoev, Alexander Maslenikov, Nersi Sakian, Alexander Vartanian. By the way, Alexander Vartanian is our debutant today. I mean this weekend. He just turned 15 years old and now he's able to race with us. He has done an absolutely stunning job in the free practices, as he's been 4th and 6th in the wet conditions, and it's been his first time in these tricky conditions. So not too bad from him.
Yeah, he has been doing a really good job. And he has not so much experience compared to the other guys, so we need to think about that also. So really good job.
No, I think he had his first test in the car in Moscow when we had our 3rd round, and he was quite quick straight from the beginning. So I think next year we can expect quite a lot from him. It just gets enough of running.
So let's look at the rainbow for a while. Hope they get the car out.
Here's again the replay what happened. Just lost the control of the car and went out a little bit. But when you end up being on grass or gravel and just trying to restart and get back on the track, it's very important that you're very smooth and dig a little hole. Going to touch the ground and then you're just stuck. Okay, so here you can see the quickest lap from Niko Kari. We come to the first corner, hardest braking of the track, tightest corner. It's very important in the exit since you have little, as you can see, it's very slippery for him. And it seems like he's still actually warming up his tires. So after we get underway, we can we can expect the times to improve a lot. Corner 3 has a lot of banking, especially since it's 5.
Braking really early, so
Yeah. This is still just when you're about to start your first quick lap, the red flags come out.
yeah, immediately when you start the fast lap.
This is just warming up still.
Yeah.
Able to continue our qualifying in a couple of minutes. We just need to get him back into the pits and then we are able to continue. Let's hope we can get until the end of the qualifying without any red flags. Here we have a little hawk, an eagle. Oskari, what is it? Tell us.
I don't know the bird so well, but yeah, I think it's a hawk.
No, it's an eagle. Sorry, mate.
Yeah. Either way, a bird. Nice looking though.
Also interested in what's happening here today. Alright, mate. Get us red flag out of the track already. Niko Kari concentrating to put his best lap together. It's funny how the attitude and the concentration of the drivers can change so quickly between two sessions. As Niko Kari was far quickest in the first free practice, and in the second practice he just couldn't manage to get it back together, and I think he was P8 or P9. So let's see what's going to happen. As you can see, we have plenty of Russian drivers, Finnish drivers, but don't forget about our British Enam Ahmed, who has came here all the way from England this weekend. He has also been with us in the previous rounds. He's not doing the whole championship, but he's driving as a wild card. He's called some. He's also he's doing English Formula Renault with Formula 4, which is called MSA Formula. He managed to be P2 last weekend in Knockhill, which is a very good result from him as is his rookie year. And I won World Karting Championship and European Karting Championship last year.
And now we got green flag, so the qualifying will continue.
Off we go. There you can see also Vartanian is his white helmet. Real sign of a rookie driver. And off we go. The track here in Pärnu is brand new. I think it was just 1 or 2 years ago when they invested almost 5 million into it. And I really think they have done a good job with everything. All the facilities, the boxes, race control tower, runoff areas are fairly good compared to what they were in the past.
Yeah, also the surface on the track is new for the whole track. Yeah. So
they used to have a track in the same spot, but now they have just renovated it completely
and made it 1.2 kilometers longer than it used to be. So now it's a good track.
A little overtaking by Alexander Huovinen. It's going to be a really important qualifying for him if he wants to stay in the championship title fight.
At least this time he has got some time, so he's not going to start last for every race.
No way. seems to be trying to get little toe from Huovinen, and Huovinen goes out.
And also, was it Nylund, the other
Please
guy?
don't get stuck. An absolute devastating start for the qualifying today.
But as you can see, it's really, really tricky conditions.
Quite slippery, but drivers should be more patient before they start pushing and not go on the not go out on the out laps.
Yeah. So we didn't get even one full lap before there's a car on the grass again.
Just telling about how tricky the conditions are right now and how slippery track is. There's a huge difference between different tracks about how slippery they get when
surface you have, the better grip you have on rain. So because of this track is still quite new.
Yeah, I think it mostly depends on the quality of the tarmac. If they have plenty of rock mixed with the tarmac, then the grip in the track is usually better. But also much rougher for the tire, so the tires are wearing off quicker.
So now when there is yellow flag in the corner number 7, they are supposed to slow the pace there. So now we are not expecting any fast laps.
There you can see the live timing on iPhone, so you can also go to our web page and click open the live timing. Poor Huovinen.
Yeah, another qualifying, another.
I'm not sure if you are allowed to continue if you cause a red flag during qualifying. At least your fastest lap time should be deleted, I think.
You don't know the regulations about that one.
Not too sure. Here we are on board with Niko Kari. He's probably eager to start his quick lap, but he's not able to do it since we have the yellow flag out on the track.
Really using the whole track in the exit.
Yeah, I think Niko is one of the most aggressive drivers we have on the grid. He's always in the limit and the edge of the track. But that's just his problem in the long distance races when his tires are starting to wear off quicker than the others. But a great qualifier. And the red flag is out.
So it was 5 minutes of qualifying, not really making any good laps, and then the red flag came out again.
It's not too easy to commentate this kind of a qualifying
where
we're not driving.
We are having red flag all the time. So.
Okay, let's hope now that the marshals are quick and are able to push Huovinen back on track, and we get back going and get some real times on the screen. Isn't Huovinen from the northern Finland, from Oulu?
Yeah. I think he's.
Aren't they supposed to be very, very good on tricky conditions since there's so much snow and ice all the time?
Yeah,
not all the time, but in the winters, of course.
Yeah, the winter lasts like 6 months, so should be good with the tricky conditions.
Yeah, here we just saw how Niklas Nylund wanted to follow Alexander Huoninen out of the track. Made a little circle of honor around Alexander's car. Doesn't it seem like that? I think it does. It seems like the rain is stopping at the moment. What do you think, Oskari?
Yeah, at the moment it looks like it doesn't rain, but you never know.
Yeah, the sky is starting to clear up.
The weather can change so quickly, so let's hope it doesn't rain anymore, so we get good qualifying.
there you could see Niko Kari getting some good advices from his. I think that those were only updates of the situation from his mechanic. I think today was kind of the end of the Northern European zone summer, as we have had great weather for the past 2 weeks, and today it started pouring down and the coldness came again.
Yeah, I think it's autumn time now.
Sadly.
Yeah, the summer doesn't last so long here.
No. What was it? 3 weeks?
No, basically 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Then we got sunshine and warm weather, and now it's over and the winter
so
is
our
coming.
spectators from the Southern Europe, be glad that you can enjoy the sun and warmness a bit longer than us.
Now Huovinen is on his way back to pitch, so a few minutes and we are back on action.
As you can see, the holes in the sides of the car, where's the radiators which are cooling down the engine. It's bad when you go out and there's plenty of grass in. Then your radiators doesn't get any wind and blow, so it will probably take a while from the mechanics to clean that up. Okay, what's happening here?
I think they are checking the rain light. So
yeah, probably.
Yeah, as you can see on the right side of the footage, there is red light blinking, so it's helping the drivers to see each other on the track because of that water spray behind the car. The clouds are moving quite fast, so we could even get some little more rain.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping that the sun comes out and it doesn't rain anymore, so we get a much more interesting qualifying as the track is drying up by every lap. Some of the drivers have these orange visors for the wet conditions. It helps them to see much more clearly.
And green flag, then we go again.
Off we go.
Let's hope that we can get a little more laps than only one, so we can actually get some times on the screen.
There you can see our boss, Rafa Heikkinen. On board with Niklas Nylund. He's been very constant throughout the season. I mean, in the last couple of races, he's been always like constantly P4, P5, P6. So he's been scoring good amount of points.
Now he has good position on track because he went out at first.
Or wasn't he the first one?
Yeah. So that's the best.
Now
position.
he has a clear visibility and all the keys to make the pole lap. But of course, in his situation, he's the one clearing up the track for the others and drying it up.
Pole guy could be anyone. The cars are exactly the same setup, so even the tire pressures are same. So the only different thing is the driver. So that's the guy who will make the difference. Let's see who's who.
Yeah, I mean the whole point of this championship is the equality, that every single driver gets the equal chances to succeed. And I think it's a good category to go when it's your first year. You get to you get to learn how to control the car by yourself and how to make differences. If it's understeering, if it's oversteering, how can you change it by your own driving style and movements in the car.
Yeah, you learn to adapt for the car, because the car is not always perfect for your driving style, so you need to learn how to adapt, and the sooner you learn that, the easier your life will get, you know, in the upper classes.
It's quite a huge banking in the turn 3, the left-hander, before they go to the back straight. It's right here. Turn 5 is flat out, easy in both conditions.
Now we come out of turn 6. This is the place where Nylund and Huominen last time went out. Now he manages to stay on the track.
Now he managed to stay on the track. It's going to be very interesting 10 minutes now.
Yeah.
Alright, so now we get the first flying lap from Niklas Nylund, and it's just enough to make it up to the 4th position with a time of 1 minute 25.2 seconds. Here we are on board with Niko Kari, as he is just finishing his first flying lap. He's with purple first sector, his own best second sector, and let's see what he's able to do. And it's P1 with 1 minute 20. That's for sure.
But it's P1 at the moment.
Yeah. Timing table. There you can see Kari sliding out all the way from the turn 3.
900s behind his own fastest time in the first sector. What about the second? Moving okay, a little bit understeer, a little bit oversteer.
Approaching the turn 7. You see how he's trying to stay off the normal racing line and get a better grip in the...
There was Ivan Matveev.
There we had a little moment from Ivan Matveev.
Kari made his personal best in the sector 2. Vladimir Rataev is also coming really fast.
Improving Niko's second sector by 1/10.
Yeah, 500s faster than the last lap.
Yeah, real improvement. Here we have a replay from Ivan Matveev and his moment.
Got a little bit of oversteer and the track wasn't enough, so he went a little bit out of the limits. Whoa, whoa. And there he goes.
Some of the drivers are downshifting in this corner when turning to the left, so that often causes some locking for the gearbox, and that's why they lose the control. There we have Denis Mavlanov, one of our youngest drivers. He's still doing karting alongside single-seaters. It's definitely a learning year for him. Here we have Vladimir Rataev, who was the quickest guy in the second free practice.
Also second in the championship at the moment.
Yeah, and he's improving Kari's time at the moment. Yeah, so it seems like Vladimir Rataev is trying to get a bit of toe off from Niko Kari.
And Kari was slowing down to get better gap on the track.
Yep. And now we have Enam Ahmed, our British guest, on second position. Sure, he was very constant in P2 in free practice too, so watch out for him.
I think he is also going to be in the fight for the pole.
He has worked so hard lately, and he has really improved really improved his driving and results recently. As I just got to say that, he went out. But not a biggie. Still 5 minutes to go, and
But the guys are really pushing the limits now. On wet conditions, anyone could win.
Nico Kari in the final sector of the lap.
Making purple for both first and second sector.
We can accept a good time.
No mistakes in the last corner, no good exit.
Seems smooth. And also purple for the last sector, which makes 1 minute 22.4 seconds.
That's the new pole time.
Yeah, so Nico is 9/10 quicker than anyone else on the track at the moment. Well, I'm sure he's still going to get a good challenge from the other guys. When they just get their laps together in all the sectors on the same lap. Here we have Niklas Nylund, how he's doing. Not so good at the moment. He's P10. Is he improving?
Yeah, personal best in the first sector.
But let's see what he's able to put together in the last sector. He's just getting to the finish line. Good job. Nico Kari again on a quick lap. He's improving his first and second sector, so this guy is on fire at the moment. I think, yeah, new fastest lap.
He took 2/10 out, and now he's over a 1 second margin for pole at the moment. I think the guys a little bit lost their concentration because of the 2 red flags, so Nico Kari was able to pull that off.
Hold it together.
Yeah.
He is a very hungry young man, I must say, and I also know that he's thinking that wet conditions are his conditions, so he really wants to. He's like really pushing it at the moment.
He has the confidence for the car.
Yeah, especially if you're on the track and you see that you're catching other people, it gives you this kind of extra confidence and extra boost. As you can see here, he's catching up with Alexei Kornev, who has also won races during the season. It's going to be very hard to stop Nico Kari right now. And we have surpriser Alexander Maslenikov on P2 at the moment.
Yeah, Maslenikov was struggling a little bit in the free practice 1. He went out, crashed a little bit into the wall, lost the confidence for a while.
That was the lap of Vladimir Atoev.
He came third. Yeah, as I was saying, Maslenikov lost a little bit of his confidence, but now it seems that he got it back.
Here's Vladimir Atoev approaching the second corner of the track, the most high-speed corner.
Turn 3.
Which is very tricky in these conditions because you just can't avoid the rubber line, so it's very slippery back there. Do we have any others at the moment improving? It seems like Vladimir Atoev is improving his first sector.
Ivan Matveev.
Alexei Kornev improving his first sector. Didn't manage to. There's Isakian, who's watching out for his little brother. Matevos is racing in Formula Renault Eurocup and is one of the top 3 front runners in the championship. Little moment from Niklas Nylund as he locks up his right front wheel.
Yeah, for the rain you need to take the brake balance a little bit more back to the rear, so it doesn't lock the front wheel so easy.
Yes, let's say if we normally run 55% to the front on dry conditions, then for the wet conditions we go for 51.5. Vladimir Atoev just improved his second sector and is on it, but he had something going wrong in the sector 3, so he didn't manage quite to improve. Let's see now he's
a little bit more than tenths or less than 2 tenths behind after first sector. So.
all right. So our qualifying is about to come to an end. Now we have 0 on clock, and the tire and the drivers who are still on their laps are not able to continue anymore.
So you can finish the lap you have started before the checkered flag, but you are not allowed to start a new one.
Right, let's see what Niko Kari is able to put together. He has purple sector 2.
And Niklas Nylund came to P2.
Surprisingly, we have Niklas Nylund on P2 at the moment. Let's see if somebody can come in front of him. And Niko Kari improved 1 minute 21.8 seconds.
So there is still a lap.
Yeah, we have still many drivers on their laps. Ahmed able to put it up to P2.
So then there is still Ivan
Matveev, Huovinen, Vartani ja Sitnikov and Estignev are still on their qualifying laps.
Matveev is improving. Let's see what he can make.
Yeah, Matveev made it up to P3. So the top 3 is for sure Niko Kari. Visiting star was P2. Ivan Matveev from Russia, P3.
Then the rest, there is Nylund P4, Maslenikov P5, Atoev P6, Kornev P7, Isakian P8, Vartanian P9, Huovinen P10, Sitnikov P11, Evstignev P12, and Mavlanov P13.
This guy has to be happy when he hears the news when he gets back to the paddock. I know he worked and concentrated so hard for this qualifying.
And the pole is 0.8 seconds.
By 8 tenths of a second.
So really good job from Niko Kari.
For sure you can expect to hear from him in the future. But here you can see the standings.
So 8 tenths pole margin for Niko Kari. Then it's a little bit more tighter.
Followed by Enam Ahmed, and from P2, I mean the gaps are much more tighter than they are between P1 and P2. We have
from P2 to P8 they are within 0.4 seconds, so that was quite tight package.
Excellent job from Niklas Nylund.
Yeah.
That was quite a surpriser.
And also Maslenikov pulled his pants together after the crash in free practice 1.
It's funny how sometimes these guys who are almost always, in the back of the grid, they can sometimes surprise you totally out of nowhere and get to the top 5.
Yeah, it's basically because the car is the same for everybody, so that when the driver has good day, he can make really good result, and if he's not having...
Alright, so let's join Niko Kari for his fastest lap. Waiting and waiting before he brakes for the turn 1. Goes down to second gear. Struggles a little bit on getting back on power, but still very good acceleration from him. Now he's on the straight, going towards second corner. Very fast right tender. Just a little brake. Down to fourth gear. Trying to push the minimum speed. Then on fourth gear, out of the corner 3. Followed by a long straight. Our turn 5 is should be easy flat. Nice and smooth. Braking. Quite a mid-speed corner, I would say. Here we go down to third gear. Waiting and waiting before getting on power. Very smooth and nice. Little bit of curbs. Still there. Still doesn't lift the throttle. Fairly good lap by Niko Kari. Of the car and the driver. Alright, here you can see our standings.
With edge. To
PM Estonian time for our race 1 of the weekend. Now we just want to thank you